part where the glazing from Craig, like, I don't think I've ever heard Craig say to Corey one time, man, you are out of pocket. Never. I don't think he's ever said that. And to me, that's not being the best friend that you can be to someone. Because if you see your homie going down a one-way street the wrong way, you might want to tell him, hey man, that's a head-on collision about to happen, but I don't know. Let's continue.
They got bounced back.
Craig Smith.
And then he's laughing about it. Whatever, Craig.
Is almost 50. Corey Holcomb is almost 60. And they're sitting on a podcast talking about how 14-year-olds have bounced back. Yo,
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like,
get on them, Flacco.
Yo, that's absurd. Now, to make things worse, Corey Holcomb went on another podcast and he admitted to testing out the young women in Iceland.
My God.
Now, the same young women that he claims, were 13, 14 and ready to conceive.
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Is he really about to say this? I have not watched this, but let's see.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal. He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
And these are adults in the background laughing at this disgusting, I don't even want to call it a joke. These words that this 56-year-old man is saying about a 13-year-old child. Corey, even if this is a joke, you're now in the dirt bag category. I'm sorry.
This is crazy.
I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
My God. Really?